welcome to the Lighthouse. It's almost finished. I thought about waiting until it was kind of all done before really talking about it, but I'm just too excited. Sarah, my wife, has come in the last 3 or 4 days and helped me build this lighthouse set. We're doing this as basically a video set to record a bunch of stuff to host VBS for kids this summer, which is going to be every week in July for my church. And then if it goes well, we might keep doing it, is the idea. So we're kind of investing a lot of time and energy and stuff into this. And look at it. It looks so much better now than it even did just yesterday. We're really excited about it. I'll point out some stuff to you because I've had some people asking me, what is it that you're building? What are you doing? So now I get to show off a little bit. So this is going to be pretty cool. Basically, I'm going to kind of host the show, or if I'm not here, someone else will host it from sitting here in the chair. I've got my Lighthouse Keeper costume on, and I'll kind of sit and talk here. And there's other characters. There's other characters that are going to be on the show, whether they're human beings that come and walk in and we interact a bit, or we have some characters built into the set, kind of Pee-wee's Playhouse style, which is what's really fun for me. They're not on the walls yet because we have place-holding papers there for the stuff that's going to go up there. So we filled the bookshelf. I made sure to throw some Tunnux tea cakes and stuff like that in there. The pigeons always hiding around, stuff like that. We have a fish that's going to go up there. We have the holy mackerel is going to go up there on the wall. And this is one of the characters. We'll mount the fish and we'll mount a little halo here. And so when me and the other characters have to learn something important, like a new word from our faith, or to introduce the Bible story, something like that, we're going to rig the mackerel so it actually wiggles. And then we'll be like, oh my gosh, it's the holy mackerel. And then the mackerel will be like, hey guys, like do this, or well, let me teach you about something important, you know. We're going to rig it either with strings or sticks with drilled through the wall, so it'll actually turn and kind of wiggle. Its mouth won't move, but it'll be fun. So that's where the holy mackerel is going to go. Over here, we're going to hang my mandolin. Just to kind of put in a nice little touch. What would a lighthouse keeper spend their whole time doing? Maybe playing a little bit of music. Up here, we actually have a shark head. I just got it at Target, kind of on a whim. I was lucky enough to find this. We're going to hang it here, and then we can mount a string, and he can be like, what's up, guys? You know, or something like that. That'll be fun. This is a character we just created today, so I don't know what exactly he'll be like yet. We'll find out, but he's going to be fun. Right here, we're going to hang pictures of the former lighthouse keepers. So we'll probably get some cool folks from church history and put them up there. Like I'll probably sneak Kierkegaard in there. But we'll think of some other rad folks to toss up there, maybe like Julian of Norwich or something cool like that. And then just kind of as an Easter egg, and then maybe in the future, who knows, maybe we'll have an excuse to kind of bring them up and talk about them. Over here, I'm hopefully going to talk to an artist friend of mine to make us a big print with a lighthouse logo. And then either putting on the verse about Jesus being the light of the world or something allusion to that. The joke between at least all of us will be that it's God's family portrait because Jesus identifies himself as the light. And that's kind of the controlling metaphor. The idea that lighthouses don't take the storms away, but they do point us in the right direction to where safety and goodness is. So we know that we're not alone, and we know that someone's thinking of us, and that someone believes in us, and that someone will show us the right way. And that's going to be the controlling metaphor for us with kids, is God may not take the storms away. Sometimes life is choppy. Sometimes life is scary and dark. But we believe that God is light and is goodness, that God believes in us, that God loves us, that God never leaves us alone. We're never off God's mind. And that God, through the stories of the Bible, shows us a better way forward to where goodness and love and hope are. How cool is that? So we need to make a big logo that will print like on a banner and hang there. So that'll be really cool. Sarah, my wife, had the idea of a fireplace. She's like, you can make it homey. And we were looking at the brick paneling that we bought at Home Depot, and I was like, we can't build a fireplace And then we bounce the ideas off of each other, and we're just like, well, what if it's, we can even make a joke out of it. It's a TV that plays fireplace, and maybe the first episode or something like that, I'll come in and be like, oh, it's so cold, I'm gonna light a fire. Oh, there we go, you know, kind of thing. We got this this vintage chest. We were gonna buy it off a guy, and then he just gave it to us for free. The lock is broken though, so I had to figure out how to pick it if we were gonna open it up and find stuff inside. We bought these cool hanging fish and threw them on there. This is all just junk from my office here at work to make it look lived in, very George Lucas lived in, and stuff like that. And then over here is my co-star. Over here is Pinchy the lobster. And he's kind of like the other kid in the house, and he's going to be kind of mischievous and kind of silly. My son Soren is helping me come up with stuff for him, and he's going to hang out on this tray. But what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of plexiglass that we can cut to this, and glue a bunch of rocks and like the kind of fish tank stuff for it, maybe to kind of prop him up a little bit so he's a little bit more three-dimensional. And then we're going to drill a hole through the thing all the way up and glue it on so he can be operated on a stick as well. So he can move a little bit when we need him to. We can't hide someone underneath there for me to kind of live talk to him back and forth. So basically the show will be me mostly, or whoever is being the lighthouse keeper that week, which is what I like, that it's a lighthouse keeper. It's not like Kevin. So hopefully we can even rotate other people in, or I can take a time off so that way kids don't get sick of me and someone else can come in and do it and stuff like that. But Pinchy can interact with them. I'll just be like, hey Pinchy, how's it going? And then we'll just cut and go to a shot of Pinchy close up. And he can be like, hey, I'm doing pretty good, or oh, I'm in trouble, or something like that, and then we can have some back and forth, and that'll be kind of fun. And same thing with the holy mackerel. We might have a little bit of interaction live, but most of the time it'll either be a shot of me talking, and then a shot of the mackerel, and then a shot of me, and then a shot of the mackerel, and then a shot of Pinchy, and then a shot of the shark, and we'll have to talk through cuts like that a little bit. But this is coming together really well. I have one last thing I want to show you. I'm going to stop the video real quick and then I'll put it back up. Okay, so I'm back. I'm ducking down a little bit because I'm not sitting down. Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. So in the very first episode, Pinchy and the lighthouse keeper are going to find a box that's jiggling. They're going to open it up. It's going to be a magic box. Inside of it will be this projector. We were trying to find a creative way to, how do we tell the Bible story each episode when we get to it. And we wanted to be able to cut to the Bible story being acted out in some way. And this is the idea we came up with, because if we do everything live, it's going to make one long video with a lot of takes that we have to get right. So we came up with this idea. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s as a kid, you might recognize where we got this from. Pastor Lynn Barlow remembered that she had a projector in her house when I put a call out, and she got it, and it works. So when it's time to show the story, we're going to be like, oh, like it says story of the father and two sons. Let's see. And we'll stick like a disc on there, and then I'll turn on the motor, and then we'll turn on the light. And when I'm like, okay, let's watch the puppet projector. And then we'll fade to white right into the puppet show being performed. We have some teenagers in our youth group that are going to perform the puppet show. And then when it's done, we'll just, it'll already be here, and we'll be like, we'll tweet away, oh my gosh, wasn't that incredible? You know, and stuff like that. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to take really good care of this thing. Hopefully nothing happens to it because it's very old and fragile looking. So that's how we're going to tell the Bible story every week. Then we'll introduce the craft and the game for VBS for each day. And then we'll wrap it up. I'm looking for someone to volunteer to be the song leader, but we'll work that out. And that's kind of it. That's what the Lighthouse is going to be. Couple things, we have to hang the stuff on the wall. We might build a little border to make this look more like a fireplace instead of just a TV sitting there, and stuff like that. But you guys, it's gonna work. It's gonna happen, and I'm very excited. So thank you to everyone who's helped out. Thank you to Sarah so much. The rest of my family who's put up with me being gone. My son, to everyone here at the church who's given time and energy to having a church here and giving us resources to go get the stuff that we need to do it and stuff like that. It's COVID time, so we can't have volunteers come out and do this. So it's been a lot of me and Sarah building wall panels and stuff like that kind of on our own. But thank you, everyone. This is going to be good. I look forward to showing you the first episode starting the first week of July. So we have a lot of work to do with only about a week and a half left to have it ready, but we're going to do it. It's going to be fun. Take care, everybody. Oh, here, do you want a tour of the sides? Here we go. So we got a lighting rig over there. There's a place to hang out. We got extra lights. We have a cool studio light over here. So yeah, that's how it is. See you later, everybody.